Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the instant match reaction for Everton 1, Manchester United 1. Everton get another late goal, just like a couple of weeks ago against Swansea, but this time it just feels completely different. Couple of changes obviously going into the game. Jagielka off for Funes Mori, cleverly coming in a flat 3, which I'd spoke about in the match preview. Morales coming on to the wing as well. For me, I thought first 15-20 minutes, I thought we started really well. A lot more intensity, going after the ball, chasing, harrying, pressing. The quality still wasn't there, but there was a little bit more life in us, I thought. And first half, to be honest, I thought we were all right. Okay, it sort of, the whole game calmed down towards the end. But if we'd gone in 0-0 at half-time, I don't think anyone would have any problems whatsoever. Just a moment of absolute stupidity. Bad defending by Funes Mori. And then Stecklenberg, what the hell? What are you doing? What are you doing? No idea what you're doing. Coming out, rush of blood. Zlatan lobs it over. It still isn't in. Funes Mori doesn't react, and it just bounces over the line. 1-0 down at half-time. And really, I think that was the first shot on target both teams had. It was one of those games. Man United were dominating the possession, but really not doing anything with it. I mean, in training, they must be fantastic. That game in training where 10 passes equals a goal, they must be amazing at that thing. There's very little end product, and luckily enough, that was the thing, in the second half that kept us in the game. Obviously, we scored the late penalty and had a couple of really had a lot more chances than they had. De Gea had to make, I think, 4 saves. I think Stecklenberg hasn't had to make a save all day. Self-inflicted, obviously, for the goal, and I think they've hit the post or the bar. And that's the most annoying thing. That again, a team is there, and really are there for the taking. The last three games, you can say that Swansea, Southampton, and today, I thought they were there for the taking because, okay, they had a lot of the ball and possession, but not really doing anything with it. So I think the disappointing factor was second half would come out and there was no real reaction. It was so sloppy, some of the possession, and the way we were playing just didn't work. Lukaku isolated again. And we just weren't busy enough. Before I go on to the negatives, I just want to very quickly mention the referee. Absolute joke, Oliver. Absolute, he's like a school kid that just wants to be everyone's mate, so lets people get away with shit. That I'm not being funny, right? There's no way you can hide that tackle by Rojo. I'll call it a tackle. That thing by Rojo was just absolutely disgusting. 2-footer challenge. I know he hit the ball, not the man, but let's just say Garner nicks the ball first and he gets Garner. That could be Garner finished, And for that not to be a red card is an absolute disgrace. The referee, he's got a linesman on that side as well. It's not like he, some sneaky one, like another one we'll talk about in a second. He jumps in 2-footed, 2-footed, wholeheartedly into the ball. It's a sending off, whether you like it or not. That is a sending off. Now, you got books, so I don't think there'll be any after action, retroactive action. So, and it doesn't really make a difference to us anyway if anything happens after the game. He should have been sending off. That's a match-changing decision that the referee's got absolutely wrong. The other one, Zlatan, little studs on Seamus Coleman. Now, I love Zlatan. Everyone knows I love Zlatan. But that's just, that's what he's built. Not built his career, but that's part of his career, is that he's a sneaky fuck as well. Not always a terrible thing. I wouldn't mind some of our players being sneaky fucks now and again. Might show that they know how to win. I heard someone on the radio saying before he's just a money-making machine. Well, he's won trophies and, won the league title in most countries he's played in. So, I wouldn't mind a striker like that. But you can understand that one was a sneaky one, and you can understand how we got away with that. And he'll probably will get banned afterwards because the ref never seen it. But that one by Rojo, just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That could change the game, then going down to 10 men. As I say, this could have been a very, very different, video if things hadn't changed towards the end. Now they say a good manager is a lucky manager. Now Ronald Koeman could have got very, very lucky today. Now it's whether he wants to continue with that. We're going to see how stubborn he is next week, because the way we finish this game is the way we should be playing games. 4-4-2 for a start. Valencia took a lot of grief this week. I said Valencia should be playing, or certainly coming on first sub. took a lot of grief going, he's not a good enough, or even grief saying we should be playing 4-4-2 or we haven't got 2 strikers. I've said it all along. You stick someone up next to Ron, you get a shape, things start to happen. That last 15 minutes, we suddenly looked like a football team. No one could go hiding. Morales on the one wing, Delafeu down the other, Garner absolutely amazing in the centre of the park, Barry next to him. We suddenly had a shape. We suddenly had a shape to go forward. Defensively and attacking, we looked a lot better. Forget about knowing this 4-5-1. Players can go missing. They can go missing and get away with being terrible. In 4-4-2, as ancient or whatever as it is. Okay, Koeman said it was 4-2-4. Fair enough. If that's how you want to spin it, fair enough. And I suppose it was with Morales and Delafeu on the other side. I suppose it was. But having 2 strikers on the pitch, it just shows you how you can suddenly open teams up and how you can put teams under pressure. They don't like it. Now, he's got a big chance next week to do that against Watford. Let's see if he can do that. Because for me, that's the only way we can go forward. Now, 4-5-1, we're not good enough. Romelu Lukaku today was pretty... he was nothing, was he? He didn't do anything. He looked like he was sulked for most of the game. The other thing was Holgate. What's the point? You can't play people like Holgate. Can't play them. It was brilliant when he came on. Brilliant little 20-minute cameo. Comes on for Seamus Coleman. It was brilliant. On the floor, in the air, won pretty much everything. And if he didn't win it, he put the player off next to him. You know, a couple of headers he went off for. Didn't necessarily win the header, but he put them off and the ball dropped to one of our players. He was absolutely outstanding. Like Davis when he came on in Chelsea. Yes, slightly different circumstances, but I don't care what anyone says. I don't care when people say to me, yeah, but Koeman sees them every day and saying it. I've seen them in the Premier League. I know they can do it. And I know what the reaction is in the crowd when they come on and do it. I see the lift it gives. I see the lift in the Gladys Street when young players come on and start, having a... First thing Holgate did, up in the corner, the guys in the Bullens, smashed into one of their players. Crowd love it. Young player having a go. That's what we want to see. Get Davies in the team, same thing could happen. Tell you what, Davies next to Garnett in a 4-4-2, I would love to see that. As much as I love Gareth Barry, maybe for the last 15-20 minutes of the game, you can see where Barry's starting to slow down, where his legs are starting to get the best. And get Davies on then, get him in the engine room next to Garnett. I tell you what, because sometimes in a 4-5-1 today, we look shocking and you go, we need players here, there and everywhere. But you boil it down to this. We need another centre-half, Funes Mori. Oh my God, you're terrible. You are terrible. How many times today did he win the ball and then sort of try and dribble it out and then lose the ball? He's garbage. We need another centre-half. We need a new goalie, a new centre-half, a new centre midfielder and another centre-forward. We need a spine. That's what we need. And I've said it before. You do that, everything else will fall into place. Any good team needs a spine, and that's what we need at the moment. And I think we've got one in Davies ready to go. And as I say, bring him on for the last 15 minutes of games, just to freshen things up a little bit. Just look at the energy Garner created today. Barry not having a go. Barry does a couple of times we lost the ball, but you think he can't do for 90 minutes. Just inject. Holgate last 15-20 minutes he was brilliant, and everyone just reacted. Baines is getting bombing up the pitch. Holgate's bombing up next to Jerry. I didn't think Jerry was that good, I'll be honest. I thought he was crap, and I still think he bottles out of stuff. I thought Morales had a good game, to be honest. I thought he suited being a little bit more central, and then when he went to 4-4-2, that helped him as well. Knowing exactly what his position was. Valencia, when he came on, did his job, did what he needed to do. He's not the greatest player. Can't say he can't argue for that. But he hassled and he got in people's faces and he just created something a little bit different and kept the ball at that end of the pitch. And we started just pushing on. We got the penalty. I was very nervous for the penalty, I must admit. Fellaini, love you, brother. Love you. Always be a blue, you kid. Baines pucked it. I was a bit scared. Obviously, De Gea saved one. I think it was like the first penalty Baines had ever missed in the Premier League. Not completely, because he missed one against Chelsea when Petr Cech saved it. So yeah, first one in the Premier League, and obviously Lukaku missed one against De Gea in the semi-final as well. So I was a bit nervous, but he put it away. And then look at the reaction. Straight away, we're going. We've got numbers. We've got a bit of energy in the team. We've got people flooding forward. you know, I think De Gea made at least 2 saves, I think, after we scored. That's what we need. That's the kind of energy and reaction we need. But we can't. Koeman just needs to just bite the bullet and stop being so stubborn and stop telling people that what they can't do. When we've got eyes, and it was the same with the last manager. You can't kid us. We've got eyes. We can see. We know when there's a good. But we know when someone's good. We know when someone's a joke. I will say it when no matter what. So get Davies on the bench. Start getting him last 15 minutes of games. Holgate. I'll be honest. I'd love to see Holgate play centre back. Never mind right back, because I think we're crying out for a decent centre back, and I think he could do it. I think I still think there's a little bit of life left in Seamus. The lesser of 2 evils for me is centre. I think is right back. Playing at centre back, because I think Ashley Williams was great today. Zlatan was brilliant. I loved watching Zlatan today. As much, his goal was pure Zlatan, but Ashley Williams did have a good game against them. And he played well and he won a lot in the air, or just made it difficult for him. Just get someone next to him. Baines, I thought, was like the old Baines today, bombing up the wing. But it just shows you when you just change things a little bit, how things can happen. We've been crying out for it on the show. 4-4-2 or some kind of variation of it. Not 4-5-1. It's crap. It's at its day. It doesn't suit us. It doesn't suit us as a team. Please, and as I say, a good manager is a lucky manager. You've got your luck today, I think, with the injuries and the system. So run with it. Because I tell you what, 4-4-2 next week. Play Allgate. I'd still have Balassi in over Delafeu. I still don't think Delafeu's got one of them. I really don't. I think Bill Kenway could make the Wizard of Oz of our team, because honestly, Barkley's got no brains. Lukaku, yeah. Jerry's got no heart, and Besic is. Well, I was going to say he's made the straw, but that's the scarecrow, isn't it? So yeah, there's a lot of cowardly lions in our team as well. So I'm not quite sure who Dorothy is, but there you go. Yeah, so slightly more positive than it was with about 15 minutes ago to the game to go. I was going to absolutely rip them to bits, but I think hopefully the last 15 minutes showed what we need to start doing going forward. Next week against Watford, let's get at them, let's be in the face. Let's 4-4-2. Let's be solid, let's be compact, and let's go down and get 3 points against, because we're good enough. We've got good enough players. It's just whether they start showing the desire, the work rate, and keeping the shape. So yeah, there's still a lot of negatives, but I'm trying to focus on the positives, because I just thought that those last 15 minutes, I thought we were great, and I thought we really restricted them, and we looked a threat going forward. So let's stay with that, please, Ronald. Please, because if you don't, honestly, then your time's up, mate. For a lot of fans, I think. No, I don't mean, just fans will just dismiss you and just think you're not, because you've been given one today, as far as I'm concerned. You've been given an out. So run with it, and get Tom Davies in the squad, right? Tell us what you think in the comments. We'll always use them on the Your Comments show. Look out for Baz's instant reaction as well, and the ratings if he bothers to do one. We'll be doing the final word. So yeah, let us know. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.